Today is June 26, 2023. My name is Rob Carter of Kalamazoo Right to Life, and this is a special edition of Pro-Life Week. Well, as you can see, I am all dressed up today, which doesn't happen very often, but I am dressed up in my suit because 2 days ago on Saturday was the 1-year anniversary of the Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health decision. The Supreme Court, by a 5-4 vote, overturned Roe v. Wade. And actually, it was a 6-3 vote. All the conservatives voted to strike down, or to reject the challenge to Mississippi's 15-week abortion ban bill that the state passed about a year or two ago. So it's a done deal. Roe v. Wade is history. It has been tossed out. And thank the Lord for that. So pro-lifers all over the country and perhaps the world are celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the demise of Roe v. Wade. So then, I did look at a few items in the news. I saw on MSNBC that one columnist said that the Dobbs decision was built on a lie. Well, if you read Justice Sam Alito's Dobbs opinion, he wrote the majority opinion, you'll see that he spells out quite clearly that the line that took place back in 1970 to 73, during the writing of Roe v. Wade, the line that took place was all done by the pro-abortion side. And they've been lying for decades. First, they said that abortion was legal during the colonial era, which it was not. And then they said that the only reason doctors opposed abortion was because they wanted to drive midwives out of business. The AMA wanted to establish a corner on the gynecological services, so they wanted to get rid of midwives. And over again, they just built lie upon lie. And Justice Alito took them to task, and he set the record straight. And he could have gone into a whole lot more detail. There was a pro-abortion law professor named Cyril Means who wrote 2 influential long articles back in 1971 and 72 that were very influential in helping Justice Harry Blackmun, who authored the Roe decision. But it really influenced his thinking on the whole abortion issue. And Cyril Means was dead wrong. He just was wrong in his interpretation of American history, as well as his understanding of British legal history, especially regarding anti-abortion lawsuits or trials that took place in England, basically from the 12th century, to the present day. So we're celebrating. I'm celebrating. And this is a personal thing for me. I mean, I've been pro-life most of my life. I really have. When I was a junior in high school, I was a co-editor of my high school newspaper. And I wrote an article. This is 1971. I wrote an article talking about a abortion reform bill that was being introduced in Lansing, which didn't go anywhere. But I wrote an article about that. And then when I was a freshman at Western, I actually wrote a book. It was horrible, but I wrote a short book of fiction on the issue of abortion. That was in 72 and 73, right around the time the Roe was decided. And then I joined Kalamazoo Right to Life in 1980. Somebody had come from Right to Life to my church and gave a talk, and I joined, and I've been a member ever since then. So it's been a long time that I have been waiting for that day of June 24th, 2022, when Dobbs overturned Roe v. Wade. And so what has been the result? Well, first off, several states, about 15 or 16 states, have actually passed very, very pro-life laws and have saved tens of thousands of lives. I just saw, just before I started this video, that the state of Tennessee is claiming that 10,000 babies have been saved since the Dobbs decision. And that could be replicated in states all over the country, primarily in the South, but all over the country, lives have been saved. And then I saw, you always got to check out what the other side has to say here. And this is talking about First Lady Joe Biden spoke before some abortion activists, and she talked about that their stories are shedding light on the cruel and devastating consequences of these abortion bans. Cruel and devastating. Well, when I think of cruel, I think of an abortionist using an instrument to crush a baby's skull, or a doctor, an abortionist, going in with a curette and carving up a baby's body like it's a Thanksgiving Day dinner, and removing body parts. And then the doctor has to kind of spread out all these parts just to make sure that he or she gets all the parts, because you can't leave something inside that woman's uterus, because then she'll get an infection and she could really face something life-threatening. So the doctor has to make sure he gets everything. Is that not cruel to kill a baby in the womb? Is that not cruel? And what are the devastating consequences? I go back to what Joe Biden said, the devastating consequences. Well, what are the devastating consequences for that baby? It's that baby's life. The baby has died. And I've said it, so many times. If I had a dollar bill for every time I made this comment, I'd be a rich man. But the other side never considers the baby. The baby is totally irrelevant to the issue of abortion for the pro-abortion side, because abortion is healthcare. Abortion is a woman's right. It's a right of privacy. It's bodily autonomy. They never address the primary issue is that baby a human being? They never address the issue. And medical science can tell you that at the moment of conception, when the new DNA has been formed in that zygote, and it begins to divide from 2 to 4 to 8 to 16 cells and onward, that baby is unique and will never be duplicated again. A unique individual. Does it look human? No, I understand that. But that does not deny its humanity. And that baby will grow to be a viable baby, and it'll be delivered, and that baby will grow into an adult and will very often have children of their own. And their children will have more children. I mean, humanity goes on, life goes on. But if we deny the right to life, we have denied that baby the chance to fulfill his or her God-given dream of life and of a future and a hope. So I will let you go. Celebrate with me. Two days ago was June 24th, the 1-year anniversary of the Roe v. Wade decision. And it's a great, great, great day in American history for the pro-life movement. It's not everything we wanted. It's not a total ban. It's not. But Roe v. Wade was the Dred Scott decision of our era, of the 20th century. Horrible decision. Dred Scott, denying humanity to Black Americans, forever slaves. And Roe v. Wade did the same thing to the unborn, called them potential life, mere property of the mother, had no rights. The baby had zero rights. And that has all changed now that Dobbs is now the legal precedent, the legal standard on abortion policy. States can decide. I don't like that really, because California, New York, and Massachusetts and other states, Illinois, will be enacting very, very, very pro-abortion bills or laws. And Michigan right now is moving in that direction as well. But other states in the South and in the West, they have discovered sanity, and they've enacted pro-life laws. Celebrate Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health. With that, I'll let you go, and I will see you next time.